Jacob, as a redshirt senior, and I know it's a lot of war Iowa questions, I'm too far ahead, but what is that, like Nate said, what does that beef mean to you?
It means a lot, you know. Like I said, it's everything about football, you know, having that rivalry and a good rivalry to have at least. And it's cool because being a Tampa guy from that area, I know some of the guys in the team, so it's fun to get out on that field and compete against them.
Jake, what have you seen from that senior leadership group, maybe from you guys? What have you told the players, even the younger players, about what you expect out of them over the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Just to, you know, not hang the season on, you know, that last loss against Tulsa, you know. We just got to keep attacking and do what we do, get back to what we do best, and just have fun when we're out there. You know, we've still got 2 games left this season to finish strong and a bowl game coming up, so, you know, we can end the season on a great note or a bad note. It's all about how we approach it.
Jacob, as a senior, as you mentioned, you know, only 3 games left. Are you savoring the moment more? Are you starting to think about, you know, this is the last time this is like my last road trip or stuff like that? Are you thinking about, you know, the end coming close?
Yeah, a little. I mean, I guess it's been in the back of my mind, but really I've just been focusing on, you know, what the culture we built here, going 1-0 each week. So I try not to get ahead of myself and just focus on the opponent that we have that week.
What is it about a road game that's so challenging for you guys?
That's a tough one. You know, it's easy to play at home. You know, you've got the crowd, the atmosphere, everyone behind you. On road games, I think it's just, I would say, an energy standpoint. You know, not getting the same energy from the crowd, but at the same time, we've got to be able to hunker down and get energy from each other on the field and just pull through those games.
So is an 11 a.m. start time a challenge?
No, I don't think so at all. You know, we can play at any time, and we're still going to be, you know, the same guys just going out on that field.
So much about things.
Yeah, I think that's what it's all about. You know, if I look back on the season, I can see that, you know, there's sometimes where we maybe got a little bit lost and got too focused and too serious on, you know, what we had to do this season because we had a lot to accomplish. But looking back at it, when we just get back to having fun out there on the field and doing what we do, that's when we see all the success.
And how do you do that? I mean, you talked. I mean, is it just it's doing your gaps and following your routes, but is it also just maybe being loose? You know, just not having to maybe think about every play is so going to determine the what happens in the season or what happens in, you know, the postseason and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely about getting loose. You know, and not putting so much pressure on yourself. You know, we're always going to feel pressure, but you put too much pressure on yourself, it takes the fun out of the game. So being able to ease some of that pressure off and just enjoy the moments of the game, you know, when a teammate scores or if you get a good blocker, make a good play or a good catch, just having fun with it.
Nate made a comment about maybe you get, you know, looking back at it, you know, enjoying the Tulsa game, but that maybe you guys kind of slept on that a little bit. Was that kind of a feeling you had after the game that, you know, maybe it wasn't taken as seriously, or, you know, maybe some things, maybe looking at the record that maybe you should have treated them a little bit differently, or?
Yeah, I feel like in that game, you know, we got up, we were rolling pretty early in that game, and I feel like when we start off so quick like that, sometimes we kind of fall back a little bit, and it's more about it was a good learning curve in that game, being able to just focus on keeping the pedal on the gas instead of easing off sometimes.
How do you avoid that against Tulane?
That was in Tulane. We just got to make sure that we keep the energy up on the sideline, and after we get off the field, after each drive, just make sure we're reminding each other, hey, let's keep going. We gotta keep the foot on the gas. Still got 3 quarters, 4 quarters left, or 2 quarters, wherever we're at in the game.
How anxious are you to put together a complete game? You know, offense, defense. I know it's something that you guys have been looking to do all year, especially after coming off the last one, coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
Are you guys really anxious to get out there and play and show something on Saturday?
Yeah, we're excited. We're all excited. Definitely get out there and have fun. I think that's our main goal, is just to have fun with the game.
From a receiver standpoint or tight end standpoint, you want to call yourself. Who impressed you during the scrimmage last week with the younger guys?
Right away, Brandon Wimbush, for sure. But if we're talking about, I mean, he just impressed me the most. Sure. Guys, I mean, watching him run the ball is incredible sometimes. But out of the young guys, I would say Goody at running back. I mean, when his time comes, he's going to be a really good back coming out. I'm excited.
What do you like about his game?
His toughness. He's really tough back. He'll take some hits and he'll deliver some hits as well. And then his ability to just run through tackles and gain that extra yard, and his ability to slip through, read holes, and patience. I mean, he's really the whole package. He puts it all together. It's special.
I know Brandon Wimbush was always a running quarterback in Notre Dame. I mean, does he have some potential there? I know he's a senior here with only a few games left, but is that something maybe even next level you could see him excelling at?
Definitely. After the young guy scrimmage, watching Wimbush, I mean, he makes it happen when he has the ball in his hands. And, he's a big guy. He's like 230, so he's not easy to take down either. So I can definitely see him making that transition.
So what did he do in that scrimmage? What really impressed you about that day in particular?
Breaking tackles. I mean, the first guy never brought him down. And, I think at one play he broke maybe 3 or 4 tackles. And then he had, I think, 3 touchdown runs for over like 40 yards. That is impressive.
That sounds good.
Do you think they should use him more? Obviously, situational football.
Yeah, it's situational football. So, I trust our coaches and their playmaking abilities and their decisions on what they need to do. But, I have no doubt as a teammate, if he's given an opportunity or given the ball, that he's going to make something happen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Jake.